reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, Chapter 5, Text number 3. Janasya Krishnad Vimukasya Daivad Adharmasya Shilasya Sudhukitasya Anugrahayeha Charanti Nyunam Bhutani Bhavyani Janardanasya. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. O my Lord, great philanthropic souls travel on the earth on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to show compassion to the fallen souls who are averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord. Purport. To be obedient to the wishes of the Supreme Lord is a natural position of every living entity. But due to past misdeeds, a living being becomes averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord and suffers all the miseries of material existence. No one has anything to do but render devotion service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Therefore, any activity other than the transcendental loving service to the Lord is more or less a rebellious action against the Supreme Will. All fruitive activity, empiric philosophy and mysticism are more or less against the sense of subordination to the Lord. And any living entity engaged in such rebellious activity is more or less condemned by laws of nature, which work under the subordination of the Lord. Great unalloyed devotees of the Lord are compassionate towards the fallen, and therefore they travel all over the world with the mission of bringing the souls back to Godhead, back to home. Such pure devotees of the Lord carry the message of Godhead in order to deliver the fallen souls, and therefore the common man who is bewildered by the influence of external energy of the Lord should avail himself of their association. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So these are talks between Vidura and Maitreya, and here Vidura is speaking, and he talks about the divine plan of the Supreme Lord to save the conditioned souls of this world. And what is that divine plan? His great devotees travel on the earth on his behalf and shows compassion to the fallen souls. Fallen soul means everybody in this material world is a fallen soul. Fallen from the spiritual world, fallen from their original engagement of devotional service to Krishna. Everybody in this world, except those who have got the kripa of devotees like Srila Prabhupada, they are engaged in fruitive activities and mental speculation in search of happiness. The whole world is working. They are working for happiness. They are working for money, so that from money they can enjoy life, sustain life, maintain life, and Some people work for more and more money to enjoy more sense gratification. So this pattern of activities in this material world, so many activities are going on. All these activities, the individuals who are acting, who are performing these activities, they are always gunning for fruits of their work by which they can enjoy. This naturally, it looks, what else they can do? It looks very natural. But we learn from the scriptures that the living entities don't have to work like this to earn their own happiness, to earn their own pleasure, or speculative knowledge. They don't have to, because of forgetfulness of Krishna, which is said here, Krishnad vimukhasya devat. Prabhupada translates it, vimukhasya, of the one who has turned his face against the Lord. The Lord is the sustainer of the universe, maintainer of the universe, creator of this entire universe. For those who want this kind of activity, which is called fruitive activities. So there are two kinds of activities. This fruitive activity is called karma. You slog, you earn, Lord does not interfere. As per the karma, you will be rewarded or punished. The other kind of activity is the activity of being a servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are all children of the Supreme Lord. If we turn our face towards Him, if we recognize Krishna, you are my Supreme Lord, you are my Supreme Maintainer, Protector, not only mine, everyone's, you are the creator of this universe. You are fulfilling the desires of all the living entities in this world. Even though one can say that I will do my karma and earn my own happiness, but even that the Lord has to sanction. Seated neutral within the heart of all jivas, it is He who sanctions this desires of the living entity, and as per that sanction, guna, kala and karma delivers fruits to different living entities. So even those who are not Krishna conscious, what they have, what they benefit, what they don't have, everything is again by the blessings of Krishna in the heart of those living entities. Is this the only way to live? Looks like in the material world, this is the only way to live. I had to do some work, I had to earn, I had to feed myself, I had to maintain my body. Then I have desires in my mind, I have desires for my senses, I have desire for my ego. I want a social position, prestige, honor from the society. So how can I do all these things without working? being part and parcel of Krishna, being the children of Krishna, children of God. If you are engaging in service of the Lord, or if you are changing your perception of your work, the perception, instead of the perception that I am working to earn my living, one should convert that work as a yajna, as an offering unto the Lord in the heart. Does not matter whether that is directly connected to preaching Krishna consciousness or not. Your own work, whatever you do, Krishna says, do that as an offering unto me. Somebody may be working in a factory to produce nuts and bolts. The question comes, how can that be offered to Krishna? Yes, one should understand this is my destiny to be here. I am working. My effort to work, that I shall offer unto the Lord in my heart. Doing activities for the sake of the activities, for the sake of the activity, not for the sake of enjoying the fruits of that activity, is called Karma Yoga. Linked up with Krishna. So there is an alternative, just change of consciousness is important. Bringing Krishna into, because in reality Krishna is involved everything. Bringing Krishna into the picture, in your life, in your work, in everything, is a way to work alternative to fruitive mentality of working. So Krishna consciousness is not simply only giving a solution to people to give up what they are doing and chant Hare Krishna. No. Whatever qualities you have, guna and karma, you engage it, you offer that in service of the Lord. And later on, you will see that by Krishna's arrangement, you will be doing directly Krishna's work. And yet, you are not short of anything in life. Krishna provides everything. Krishna provides you enough time to read, to hear, to chant. At the same time, as per your destiny, you may be working somewhere. Everyone has to. But slowly that work itself will, Krishna himself sit in your heart. He will change the kind of work that you are doing. He will create situations for you, opportunities for you, where you may be doing direct work for Krishna. Direct work for Krishna is what? Krishna has a mission in this world. What is that mission? That mission is to make everybody Krishna conscious, is to make everybody's life happy by reconnecting himself with the jivas. And for reconnecting that process is this Sankirtana, chanting the holy name of the Lord. So the key to connect everything to Krishna is, does not matter what work that you are doing today, what occupation you are engaged in. If you are a housewife, you are engaged in the occupation of cooking, you are engaged in the occupation of taking care of children, you are engaged in the occupation of taking care of the home, then you consider that Krishna is a Lord of your home. As his servant, you are keeping your house clean. Who's clean? Whose house? Krishna's house clean. As Krishna's servant, you are training your children in Krishna consciousness. And execute that. Make them devotees of Krishna, give them good culture, happiness, sattvic happiness, give them taste of sattvic happiness. These are all the things that you can convert. Everywhere there are hundreds and thousands, millions, everybody, every family has a home. Just see how simple it is to become Krishna conscious. Turn your home into a temple. Everything that you do there is for the temple. Whatever you cook is for the Lord. You offer to the Lord. So little modification you have to bring about from old things. No onion, no garlic, but everything else is same. Very easily you can convert your occupation into Krishna consciousness. So when you live a life like that, thinking that Krishna is the Lord of this home and I am his servant, everything becomes Krishna conscious. The head of the family, maybe he is working in somewhere unconnected to Krishna consciousness. But in this world all kinds of occupation is there, that's why this world is running. He worships Krishna. He should always think, by my work I am worshipping Krishna. By the result of this, why am I working here? Okay, to maintain my family. Now you should think that no, my family is Krishna's family. Krishna has given me responsibility. So you have to change the consciousness. I am working to run the temple. Do not devotees in this temple go out and work to bring collection and maintain the temple? So we call it devotional service. So if you change your perspective of life, that my home is temple, the Lord of my home is Krishna. In my house, what pleases Krishna happens. I will only allow what is pleasing to Krishna. The person who is earning thinks that I am earning to run the temple. Everything becomes Krishna conscious. This is called living without engaging in fruitive activities. I am not earning for myself. I am earning for Krishna's service. So his activity also becomes purified. That's called yajna. So in this verse it is said that the great compassionate souls like Srila Prabhupada, sent by Krishna into this world in order to, and Krishna himself comes sometimes like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and preaches this Krishna consciousness. Change your consciousness to Krishna consciousness. Then the soul becomes happy, does not get entangled in this material world, and the goal of human life is achieved, which is to become free from karmic reactions, 24 hours engaged in Krishna conscious activities and leave this body. We are born into these bodies, we come alone, we are not connected to any of our relatives, and then we get connected to somebody as father, somebody as mother. Many, many lives we have done this. And then we leave this body and again take birth. In each life, the body that we get is a prison in the material world. We are imprisoned from one, just like you go from one prison cell to another prison cell. So everybody in this material world is in this prison of this material body. Why it is prison? In prison also they'll give you minimum food. They'll give you little sleeping place. What outsiders outside the prison are having, everything you have little sustenance. Luxuries you may not have. They'll give you little, all these things. Similarly, in this body, in material body, is like a prison. We are all entitled for a spiritual body. A body free from birth, death, old age and disease. But each of us are put in this body where we experience drops, just like the prisoner gets little food, standard food. Material world also, in the material body, when compared to spiritual body, it's a fabricated machine which is duplicating the spiritual body. It's a machine. It is not us. But out of this machine, we try to extract power, experience power, become rich, become influential, all these things in this world. Power, knowledge, we try to use our little intelligence to generate knowledge about this world so that they can manipulate the world more. Knowledge is power, they say. As far as karmis are concerned, knowledge is not truth, knowledge is power. They try to earn. In this material body also, there is love, there is experience of love. But it is miserable. Why is miserable? What you are entitled to, what your soul is entitled to is eternal love. In this material world, experience of love is there, but it is transactional love. You give something, you get something. You stop giving, the love stops. So, in this prison, there is a sample of everything. How to get all those things in perfection? When you come out of the prison, then you experience real freedom. Your freedom is not there. As per your karma, as per your destiny, you get up in the morning, you are pushed into various situations where you have no freedom. You have to get ready, you have to go to your office, you have no freedom. Today I will not work. No, you have to go. You are driven. So there is no freedom in this. My soul needs freedom. That is why some people think, no, I won't work for anybody, I'll be an entrepreneur. I'll do my own thing. You can do your real own thing when you come out of the prison. When you go to Krishna, you can be creatively, you can engage in loving devotion, service of the Lord. Here you cannot. So life is restricted in this material body. All the characteristics of a prison is there. Your nature is something, but you are curtailed. The love that we see in this material world, even if it is, let's say, very less transactional, like the mother's love for the child, that is considered to be the purest love available in the material world. Everything else is, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Little unconditional love is mother's love. But that also is because he or she is my child. If there is a child suffering somewhere else, it's not my child. My child suffers, I get pained more. Conditional love everywhere. But there is pure love. Love of Krishna. Unconditional love. That unconditional love of Krishna we are experiencing even now. What is that? Our material life itself is Krishna's reciprocation. Okay, you don't want to subordinate to me. I am your Purna, you are all my Amshas. You don't want to be with me. Krishna's love is so unconditional. He doesn't force us. He creates the whole material world for us. Okay, you live your own way. When you are fed up, you come to me. So living entities, after traveling through various different kinds of bodies, they experience that they can never be happy on their own. Only when we are connected to God, when we are connected to Krishna, then we can experience what is true love. Krishna consciousness is an ocean of Sat-Chit Ananda. Krishna is inviting us to the ocean of Satchidananda. We all seek Satya-Chit and Ananda through fruitive activities. We work for power, we work for knowledge, we work for love, we work for happiness, we work for pleasure. What is all this? Power, knowledge, love, pleasure, happiness. Sat is power, Chit is knowledge, Ananda is love, pleasure, happiness. The whole world, Sat, Chit and Ananda is not strange words, it's not philosophical word. The whole world is seeking after Sat, Chit and Ananda. And when they seek Sat, Chit, Ananda independently, that is called fruitive activities. They try. And when the living entity gets fed up of it, no, in this world something is wrong. Not only I am failing to satisfy myself, I can see everybody is failing to satisfy themselves. For some time they'll be satisfied. But the nature, our soul's nature is permanent satisfaction, permanent happiness, permanent love. permanent freedom. This is my real. Even if you are going to buy one small thing, our tendency is see how it is, how long it will last. Then you will buy. Somebody will say this is a duplicate, don't buy it. In the first wash itself this cloth will get spoiled. You will not buy it. It lasts. Or you are staying in a rented house. What a headache. When will I have my own house? Why? Rented house means jumping from one landlord to another landlord, headache. Our nature is permanent. Our loved ones die. We get frustrated. Why is such a nice person? How much enjoyment I had with that person, loving relationship, gone. Either the loved one dies or the lover dies or the loved one dies. So where is permanent love here? No. But what is our nature? Our nature is we want permanent love. So permanent Sat Chit and Ananda. As I said, we are misers. Our Supreme Father is the ocean of Sat Chit and Ananda. As children of the Supreme Lord, if we subordinate to the Lord, in love, no forceful surrender. That's why Krishna created this material world. Not forceful subordination. You are my real Father, you are my Supreme Lord. Constitutional. I can never be happy without you. In that spirit, when you approach Krishna, then you are not a poor man's child. You are God's child. You will get permanent love, you will get permanent power, you will get permanent happiness, everything permanent. That means you go out of this prison. Which means no more birth in this material world. When we say no more birth in this material world, it means you are not going to be put in another prison anymore. You are liberated, mukti. You are liberated from this prison life and go into spiritual, eternal life of constant remembrance of Krishna, recognition of Krishna as a Supreme Lord, as a Supreme Maintainer, as a Supreme Provider. That we have to practice here. When we are in this body, we have to practice. Krishna, you only take care of me. You are my only protector. You are my only maintainer. You are my only provider. You are my only object of love. You are my only source of everything that I have. That has to be practiced here in Krishna consciousness. Everything that I have, everything I don't have, it is all by your will. So subordination to the Supreme Lord is the Krishna consciousness that we have to practice here. Then no more working like a prisoner. We should stop working like a prisoner in this world. We should work as a dignified servant of the Lord in whatever situation he is. And towards this, it all depends on even external. My external circumstances is like that. What can I do, you will say. That circumstances will change by the mercy of Krishna. Chant every day. Associate with Krishna. Soulful japa you do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You will see how don't think you will be in the same environment that you are in today. It will change. Krishna will facilitate a favorable circumstances by which you can live in Krishna consciousness. You have to be patient, you have to be determined, then situations will change. And in this way, you can mold your life in such a way that you always do things that is pleasing to Krishna, and then we become free from this material world when we leave this body. And that is what great acharyas like Srila Prabhupada, who travel everywhere around the world to give this secret of how to come out of this miserable prison world. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam, Krishna himself says. Foolish people actually think that yes, I can be happy in this material world. According to your standard, maybe you can be happy, but you will not be happy according to your soul standard. Your soul wants a quality of happiness which you cannot get here. The material sukha is not Atma Sukha. That is another Sukha. Love of Krishna is another Sukha, Atma Atyantika. It is beyond the senses. Once you learn this, once you experience Krishna, once you give yourself up to Krishna, then what you experience in life, when you give yourself up every moment to Krishna, by Krishna in the form of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna is present before us as soon as you chant. And you develop a relationship with Krishna Nama, then you will see total change. It is happening to your consciousness. The taste for material things go away, because you realize this is all that is tasty in this material world is a duplicate taste, and I have started experiencing the real taste. This is a duplicate taste. And duplicate taste means that too duplicate object. I am by mental concoction I am creating taste in it. Because there is no Sat, everything is Asat in this world. When I am getting the real, will anybody, suppose you have so much real gold jewelry at home. Will you enter the shop of gilded gold plating shop? You won't. Why? It's also looking like gold only. When I have real gold, why I want this? People who do not have, people who are poor, they can go for that. So those who are poor only work hard like donkeys to enjoy rolled gold, gilded gold. Only by these analogies one can understand the actual situation, because you have not experienced what is that gold. When you chant Hare Krishna, when you surrender to Krishna, when you live with this Krishna, even when you are in this body, you will start experiencing that real golden life. Now, in the material world, without Krishna, life is gilded gold. That is why only in the surface there is little gold. Little you scratch, inside it's copper. So, superficially you see love. Scratch little deep, no love. Everything is like that in this material. What we want is, all the sukha is duplicate sukha. Real sukha is when we associate with the samudra of sukha. Who is that? Krishna. Satchit Ananda, Krishna's Ananda, Krishna's love, Krishna's pleasure, Krishna's devotees' ananda, Krishna's devotees' pleasure of seeing the beauty of Krishna, loving service, the thrill of serving Krishna, all that thing is not known here to those who are satisfied, not satisfied, they don't know. Everybody thinks only this is there, nothing else is there. Just like, let's say, gulab jamun. I don't give you real gulab jamun. I'll project a slide of gulab jamun. Immediately, gulab jamun. Hope for gulab jamun. Hope itself gives you happiness. Is it not? Hope of something tasty will give you happiness. In the material world, all happiness is only taste but no fulfillment. Because you will get paper gulab jamun. Duplicate. Somewhere gulab jamun is there, that is why this photo is there. But you will not get it. Pure love is there, but here you will get paper love. It slips away, love slips away. The loved one dies, everybody dies, slips away. Yet in this world there is paper love, there is paper power, there is paper knowledge, not real knowledge. So that you know that somewhere real gulab jamun is there. I don't want this. Where is that available real gulab jamun? It is revealed. Krishna reveals in the Bhagavad Gita. I am your gulab jamun. Come to me. Love me. I will never let you down. Love me. If you love me, not this life, life after life, even if you don't come back to me, life after life I will be behind you. I will protect you, I will save you, I will put you in a circumstance in which at least from D class prison you will go to A class prison. In prison also there is D class, A class, finally sometimes people are put in house arrest. You are in the same house arrest. So the so-called rich people, they are prisoners in A-class prison house. They are prisoners. Body is prison. Body is prison. Rich man or poor man, he has to suffer old age. He has to suffer disease. He has to encounter death. And because he has desire for permanency, he creates a big wealth, everything. Suppose you build a nice house, everything, and then one fine day you set fire to it. How much pain you will have? So rich people, when they die, their pain is like this. I built a big empire. Empire will remain there, but his ownership is gone. So for him it's just like his house is on fire. In 1 second, everything is gone. Against his wish. If everything is nice in life, nobody wants to die. If everything is bad in life, he will say, Sattvitra Saku. Just see how ironical it is. When things are very good in this world, you want to stay, but you cannot stay. When things are bad in this world, you want to die, you cannot die. Only after your prison term, only you will come out. You have to suffer, you suffer. All this can be spared by simply, where is that gulab jamun? Where is that? Let me find, where is that? Where is that? What does Krishna, what does he say? Where is he? Are, I am in your heart. Sarvasya chaham hudi sannivishtaha matasmiti jnanam apohanam cha. Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam hrideshi arjuna tishtati. You just have to desire. Turn your face from hope in the material world to hope in me. Give up all your hope in the material world, turn your hope towards me. And that is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Message of Bhagavad Gita is like a love letter written by God to His children, to each one of us. In that spirit you should read. Philosophy aside, but the spirit of it is Krishna is inviting us all back to Him. He is not a stranger. When a child has run away from their house, the father is working to get back the child back home. It is for the sake of relationship, the sake of love. Child is not going to go and contribute something there. The very fact that the child has come back home will give him happiness. That is what Krishna gets. Krishna is happy for us. When we do devotion service, when you do some service to somebody, somebody gains something. I offer something. You give money. Okay, that money is, he will use it for himself. That is offering. But when you offer money to God, or anything to God, God is pleased for you because it will do good to you. He is a proprietor of everything. So your little money in the hundi is not going to, it is already His. But your devotion of offering that much will take you closer to God, closer to your Lord. So, in this coming, wish you all a happy New Year. In this coming year, all of you should make the sankalpa, resolution to be closer to Krishna than you are now. By the end of December 31st, 2025, make a determination, I will be closer to Krishna than I am now today. For that, why do people make New Year resolution? So that they can work towards that. Now you work towards that. How to become more Krishna conscious? How to purify my body more, my intelligence more, my mind more? More and more my body, mind, intelligence, ego becomes pure. I come closer to Krishna. And all this is possible by, there is one medicine which will make your body more pure, your mind more pure, intelligence more pure, ego more pure. What is that medicine? Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hear the chanting, that hearing is a medicine. When you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna incarnates in that sound. So that sound is not ordinary. That is Krishna's sound. That is the Rasgulla, that is the Gulab Jamun. So easily you can manufacture. Simply move your tongue with little devotion. Krishna come. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna come, please come. He is ready to come. And then do what? He has come on your tongue. Then next what? You have to take him into your heart through the years. For that purpose only he has come. Come on, take me inside and clean your heart. I am pavitram. I am absolute purity. My sound goes inside, your mind will become pure, your body will become pure, your tongue will become pure, everything will become pure. Like Prabhupada said, iron put in the fire becomes red hot after some time. Similarly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. More and more it goes inside. That's a secret. You invite the Lord incarnates in the sound and you don't hear. You don't see much change in your mind, body, intelligence. Because you are not putting the iron in the fire. If the iron is kept near the fire, how much it will get heated? Little. Put inside the fire, big difference, it becomes red hot. So hearing and chanting means you're putting yourself in the fire. Without hearing, chanting and you're thinking so many things is like standing near the fire. That means little heat will come. And all our chanting today without hearing, so much change in your life has come because of chanting. That much is just because you are standing near the fire. Imagine you go inside the fire. And what is this fire? This is the fire of Satya Chitta and Ananda. Our soul is now like the piece of iron. It will become red hot. You will start experiencing true Satya Chitta and Ananda. Krishna's Satchid Ananda Shakti. Krishna is the Surya of Satchid Ananda. Like light, sun is the Surya of light and heat, two energies. Krishna is the Surya of three energies, Satya, Chitta and Ananda energies. And he is incarnating. And take him inside. Don't leave one Hare, one Krishna, one Rama that is appearing on your tongue. Catch them all. Go inside, here, 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 here. So it's a big shortcut. In other yugas, so much tapasya to do, so much austerity in order to get liberated for mukti, get liberated from the body. Here like this you get the benefit. By simple activity of with devotion, chanting and hearing. Chanting is invoking the Lord, hearing is embracing the Nama. Krishna in the Nama form, he comes in Kali Yuga. But there is no difference between Nama form of the Lord and Rupa form of the Lord. Rupa is also Purna Krishna, his Nama is also Purna Krishna. So take him into your heart. Simple, completely you will see your 2025 December 31, you will come searching for me. Prabhu, I want to tell what happened to my life. When I practiced hearing what I was chanting, many years I was chanting without hearing. I was chanting and thinking. Thinking is the biggest enemy that prevents you from hearing. Now I practice this whole year chanting and hearing what I chant. Total difference. Your enlightenment, your realization, your attachment to Krishna, everything will be 10, 20 steps what you have not achieved in the last few years of your inattentive japa. Any questions? Raise your hands if you have any questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandvat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I was fortunate, few years ago, this Soulful Japa you took session, that time we had strawberry, malai, gulab jamun. And today we got the real gulab jamun. You explained it very nice. So I was thinking about that gulab jamun from many years. So today that gulab jamun has come.
Hare Krishna.
So, Supreme Lord Krishna is
Anyway,
the gulab jamun.
that gulab jamun you got,
Yes, Prabhu.
what gulab jamun you get here, that Krishna tastes it. So, just like the vigraha is no longer material vigraha, Krishna himself comes, the omnipotent Lord. Just like the sound you chant, though with your material tongue, the Lord enters and it's no longer a material sound. Similarly, gulab jamun prasadam is real gulab jamun. Prasadam is Krishna himself. So anyway, I understood. The analogy I gave is, in this material world, except Krishna's incarnation, everything else is duplicate. Incarnation means the duplicate is made, converted into real by Krishna. The sound that you vibrate, just like so many talks we do, you vibrate, but Krishna converts it into real vibration, absolute vibration. Similarly, the taste in the food is converted by Krishna into Krishna taste, that you cannot see. That you can, when you are pure, you can experience also. But now you are actually eating, but you are not experiencing. You are eating spiritual gulab jamun, but you are not experiencing, because it takes time to, just like it takes time. Now you are chanting Hare Krishna, it is Krishna himself, but you are not tasting. But a day will come, the same chanting that you are doing, it will taste completely differently. Why? Because your spiritual mind, you get purified, your spiritual body, spiritual mind all awakens. That time chanting will be from your spirit. At that time Rupa Goswami says, thousand, millions of tongues are not enough to taste. Millions of years are not enough to taste the real taste of Nama.
And
Thank
my
you.
New Year resolution is, Prabhu, soulful japa. Thank you for the clips which are coming every day, Prabhu, and looking forward to the book physically.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
If you want to get every day 1 minute clip on soulful japa, some clip, you please, how do they join some group?
We have,
Congregation has a group,
Yeah.
WhatsApp group,
yeah,
it's there.
we'll post it today. They can join that group.
You start
The
posting.
link we will send
Huh?
for link for the group in Telegram, bro. We will share with in the group of congregation for.
There is already a group.
Groups are there. In that we'll send the link for joining the Telegram groups.
You can send the lead, but start sending. This soundbite is going
Yeah.
already? Already going?
Yes, I don't know how to check it.
You are getting.
Those who are members.
Soulful Japa video you are getting. And now soundbite also you are getting. Okay, all right. Srila Prabhupada ki, Hare Krishna Nama Prabhu ki.